Hello, everybody. I am a 25-year-old band director here in the great state of Texas, and I have been a huge fan of watching not only band shows but band reaction videos over the past few years, and have really loved seeing how many channels have taken off in doing so. And it feels kind of like a community in a way. As an avid marching band watcher myself, I thought, what better way to geek out with other people that love band as much than to make my own videos too? So here we are. I love watching DCI, WGI, BOA, any sort of big marching band competitions. I've probably been there or watched videos of them. Been following the activity for about 12 years or so, and I just can't get enough of it. I love to download the videos off of YouTube to make sure that I can keep them and go back and watch them whenever I like to, just because I know that copyright issues and whatnot, they all get taken down, it seems, so frequently. But I figured what better way to start a reaction channel than with reacting to the most recent season of videos that we have. So this first video is going to be the reaction to the Bluecoats 2025 program, Changes Everything. And then later this week, if I can, I would love to get to reacting to the Winter Guard Independent World Champions, Pride of Cincinnati, and also the Bands of America Grand National Champions from the fall of Avon High School from Indiana. Just a quick little bio about me. I have been teaching now for 4 years, which is crazy to think about. I know it's probably a short amount of time for a lot of you watching, but for me, it just feels so real that the 4 years have gone by so quickly. I am just so happy to get to sit down and enjoy watching band, and hopefully get to geek out with some of you watching this fabulous show again. Quick intro before we get started. I do have a friend that from college, I went to the University of Alabama, Roll Tide, by the way. But I have a college friend who marshmallow with me in college, who actually was a part of this show, and his name is Griffin. He is a fantastic person. If you ever see this video, or if somebody is watching who knows Griffin personally, just a wonderful human being and an incredible musician, and I am just so happy that he was able to experience this firsthand, and I can only imagine what it was like to witness this show from the field itself. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I just love those costumes. I think their uniforms this year were just outstanding. I know a lot of people don't like the tracksuit look, but I do think it looks nice. And I'm a sucker for red and white. So the guard uniforms here with the yellow and the red, again, a classic color combo. First time I saw this show, I immediately had flashbacks to their Downside Up show, color palette wise, and I was like, oh, is this about to be a sequel of that show? Clearly it was not, but it just kind of had that immediate aesthetic appeal, just right in front of us.
Drum Corps International is proud to present the Bluecoats.
Talk about an intense opening. It's just so risky. Incredible rifle. I do want to know why they used the arc rifles, instead of the standard for this, but I mean, it works. It's still, I guess, the equipment, but I just always struck me as weird. This zigzagging into the follow the leader part is just incredible. I just love that visual. I do think that this was probably the best year their guard has had in a very long time. Not that their guard has ever really been bad, but it's just like so evident this year that their guard was just at another level for them. Love the build here, love the side-by-side comparisons. It's not a Bluecoats show without some hip swing. Good. Forced arch. Yes. I love this guard moment here on the pop. Incredible soloists. Y'all are incredible people. If any of you ever watched this, just know that I was going feral in the Alamo Dome for this show last year. Just for you. Yep. Little bobble on that one spot, but I mean, still, night and day, so good. First time seeing these flags, I thought that they were a brick wall. In hindsight, I know that they weren't, but it just kind of red brick from my angle. I wanted to be a percussionist so bad when I first started band, and looking back at it, I don't know if I could have done it. Like, I had to learn to be a band director and all that jazz, but it's mind-blowing to see what they do. Yep, period. I mean, that's so good. It's so good. Hilt catches on Saber so hard. So hard. That's great. I am a collector. Let me pause. I am a collector of guard flags. Old silks from other past shows are a huge thing for me. I don't know why, but I just love holding on to them. I have flags from Crown's 15 show Inferno. I have flags from Pride Cincinnati's 15 show Look Up. I have a flag from their 16 show Wanderlust. And I also have one of these silks actually from this movement. I don't know why this was the one flag design that really spoke to me, but I just really think aesthetically these are really pleasing flags to look at. This like gradual build here is just so fascinating, and like organically happening in front of the face is just so crazy. Like if you ever got to see that show live, it just like in a dome setting especially, it was just such a cool like echo call and response across. Good impact moment, good GE. Guard solo is incredible as always. Love this. That catch is just so crisp on the beat. Oh. Now, I have heard from a friend of mine that also has marched corps before, but just knows more people in the activity than I do. Members can tell me if I'm right or wrong. I heard that those silver flags right here were made out of emergency blankets so that they were a little bit more auditory to be heard for their little flag feature coming up. I don't know if that's true, but if it is, please let me know. But if it is, like, that is so ingenious to do. I just love that. Good use of the electronics. I'm personally not a huge fan of excessive electronics, but I do think that that was a cool little effect moment. Oh, come on, flag. Don't be sailed. It's okay. They really did move a lot in this show. I have to give them props for that. They really have been moving a lot, and forming straight lines like that is not necessarily the easiest thing to do. Okay, we have to talk about it. That is the coolest flag feature of all time in any drum corps show. I don't care who you are. That is iconic. I remember seeing that in their preview show live stream at the very beginning of the season, and when that part specifically came up, like in my mind, that was like the moment where I was like, this show is truly a like, you know, era defining moment for the activity, and it was the moment that really sealed the deal for me of like, I think they can win. I just that's so cool. That is just so freaking cool. I gotta rewind it. I need to see that again. It's just so cool. It's just like aesthetically. Now, why silver? Everything else is kind of like warm tone. We've got yellow, we've got red. Why silver? Could we not have done a different color? That's just me. That's just me. I'm not taking away from the fact that it's a beautiful flag feature. I just didn't understand the silver coloring. Sorry. It's so cool though. The reverb. I'm sorry. The silver part again, it just looks like aluminum foil. It just looks like aluminum foil, but it's so cool. Also technique. This catch. Squeeze! Squeeze! Yep. Such a cool, like, breath of fresh air, musically and visually, to just have it kind of be so sparse, you know? I was generally affected by this part. Again, it's just like, it's so, like, simple, but it's so effective. The body visuals, the rolls. I do think I can go a couple years without hearing this on the field now that so many groups did it at the same time, you know? Though, hopefully in the WGR reaction soon, we'll get to see a Paramount show that used this song in it. Such a good show, by the way. Love Paramount, but I love Saber. I really do. I know a lot of people just think like, oh, I can't really see it from the audience perspective, but like, oh my gosh, it's such a high risk, high reward piece of equipment, and I just think like there's some things like nothing is more satisfying in my opinion than seeing a ensemble Saber feature and it just the rotations all be the same. I just gets me so excited. I really love that. I really do. Her work is just so pretty. Oh. Come on, Sabers. Beautiful soloist. I mean, you know, what can be said? Trumpet soloist outstanding. Yes. Come on, Sabers. I love this curve. I just do. And I think that's part of the reason why I think this show is just so incredible to witness. And like, I think a lot of people don't necessarily, I mean, obviously those of us that are really fans of the activity do for sure. But, you know, I don't think a lot of people necessarily consider the fact that we, you know, have to, make drill look organic. You know, the goal is to make it be seamless. And, you know, I think that this show in particular, like the way they get to that curve that they just made, it's just so organic. And I think that that's so just, it's just nice effect. It's just, it's great, you know, and we just shouldn't be taking good drill moments for granted. So shout out to the Joe Ryder for the Bluecoats, because that was a serve. Also, to make it wave like that is also really hard. Love these flags. Love these flags. I love the streamer effect, and I do like the blue. Again, another moment kind of aesthetically reminds me of Outside Up, because in their ballad that year they also had blue flags. Nice build. Yep. Good sustain. Love the ripple. just looks like water. It's just so serene. It's so serene. That movement to me was if like kinetic noise visually and downside up musically had a love child. I can't make a lot of comments about percussion, but I do think that this was the most questionable transition they had out of all of them in the show. It's not it was a bad moment. It's not that it was a bad moment. It just, from my perspective, I didn't get it. I do love tenors though. Yep. Love the props. The usage of props here is just so nice. Yup. Now for some funky stuff. Another moment where staging is just, staging is the name of the game here. Okay, another question for members. I've seen a lot of Bluecoats shows where they do the little like leg thing. It kind of looks like it is keeping time. Is that what was happening? Was that just you all's way of keeping time? It's just always been on my mind. I've always wondered, what is up with Bluecoats and the little leg thing during like complicated rhythmic parts. But let me know. Like that. My soloist. I will say I do think the like halfway on, halfway off jacket look is a little cheap here. I wish it had been a complete like tearaway, and then like we just didn't have the like sleeve hanging off of us. But again, small little things. I know I'm being picky. But it's a reaction. Also, can't explain why, but those flags remind me of strawberry lemonade. So, love. Nice reach on the prop for that flag. Gosh, the rifle is so good in the show. Yep. They have every right to be on that, yeah. The one time in the show I didn't like the release point here in the rifles. It's just right here. Oh, they don't show it, do they? Oh, they did. Yep, someone went early. Oh, so close to being really, really, really great. Oh, that one spot. It's okay though. Did not take away from the fact that this is still an incredibly like great run through for them. Eat. Wish my gargoyles would catch that aggressively. So I think the first time that this piece was performed on the field, and someone in the comments can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure it was Leander High School in 2015 in their show Choral Works. If you haven't seen that, please go watch it. We'll probably react to that at some point if this channel ends up popping off. But in that show, they used that as this as their opener, and it was just like such a cool thing to like hear on the field. And I remember even just like back then, just like fangirling over the fact like, oh my god, like like what kind of music is are we putting on the field now? Because before then, like Son Lux had like never really been on the field before, so it was just like such a cool moment, And unfortunately, that year Leander didn't get to compete at BUA San Antonio because of weather. But if you're from Leander 2015, I watched that show and I loved it. So, anyways, just every time I see this show and I see this part of it, I always think back to the first time I saw this performed on the field and just loved it. So cool. The electronics are necessary there for that part. I do think that was the right call. Definitely the craziest flag design of the year for them. These are busy flags. They're cool though. It is so risky to do an around the ensemble flag feature like that because the designing has to be perfect. And they do so good. This really is such a cool flag feature. Yep. Love the drill here. Again, drill synthesis matters, people. It matters. It works so well. Yep. Yep, 145. Yep, guard ate that up. Guard ate that up. Quarter two. Quarter two. Like we started. It's such a cool show. It really is. You want to talk about like a pioneer of the activity, like that is the moment, you know. I just think that this show specifically, I think, will be one of those like shows that just, you know, is a testament to the time, but also is just like, you know, it's just, we're going to reflect on this one. Like, this is going to be one of those ones that people are like, oh my gosh, you know, don't you remember that show? Don't you remember Changes Everything? Like, you know, this is like our decades, Cadets 05, the zone. You know, it just like, it happened right when it needed to. And, you know, I don't see anything really really wrong with it, you know. Again, even paused here, the uniform thing, it just drives me crazy. Like, a full reveal to match the whole guard completely would have been a serve, you know, if we really wanted to, or like the guard could have switched into white, so like changes everything, and then they change uniform colors. Like, that could have been cool, you know. But yeah, just opinions. But anyways, yeah, that was great. Love that show. I've watched it a bajillion times, but getting to sit down and kind of like provide commentary, and actually like verbalize my thoughts has kind of been fun. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a comment for a different show to watch, for me to react to if you liked it. I do plan on posting later this week a couple of different, you know, circuits, some VOA, some WGI, probably not indoor drumline, just because, again, that's my least familiar category of the marching arts. If you all want me to react to an indoor drumline show, I'd be more than happy to do so. But yeah, this has been great. For just final words, final thoughts, and just kind of to understand where I'm coming from, I have been teaching color guard for the past 4 years at our high school, at our school district's high school, but also teaching middle school band. So not only am I primarily a band person, I played French horn, that was my primary instrument, but also I've had to learn how to do color guard to teach it, because before getting the job that I have now, I had zero guard experience. So now, you know, having to do that has been a very humbling experience for me. But I learned how to do it for the girls that I teach every day, and it has been such a blast. But again, this has been great. I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye.